G'day, this is Captain Noob, and this is the PPC, the Photonic Laser Cannon. This adds a standalone heavy weapon for you to use. It uses all parts from the vanilla game there, all mashed together to create one thick weapon. She's a very thick girl, this one. And yes, in order to get the prototype version, which is the unique version, all the phonics has to go on it. It was being transported somewhere via military convoy, so I'm guessing it might be in some of the random encounter areas and the checkpoints that you'd find throughout the map, but I could be completely wrong there. Anyway, in terms of the weapons, we've got what looks like just a regular laser pistol grip there, and parts of a regular laser rifle barrel grip there, just without the bit that goes underneath it, which is kind of nice. This setup in the middle there is just a little bit of the Gatling laser charging barrels there, and obviously the main barrel here is made up of the sniper version of the laser rifle's barrel there, as well as a recoil compensating stock, so full marks for resourcefulness there like that. Anyways, we'll just get into the customization of this. You can have a standard capacitor. Overcharged capacitor goes on about a little bit like the regular laser rifle upgrades there, but you can change the color with all of these different capacitors, which is kind of good. We'll go ahead and chuck on the overcharged capacitor for the best damage there, hitting at 410, which is great. But I'm guessing if you want to make this automatic, then you just grab the rapid discharge automatic ones. Also explosive, hey? Okay, well maybe we'll save that for the unique one, which we'll be carrying with us, and we'll go for an advanced barrel there for the best damage, range, and accuracy. No accuracy, just damage and range, that's fine. And for the sights, you can have standard sights, which will have you nothing to look through. There's just a gap there that you just go through. But if you chuck the reflex sight, it gives you a sight, and obviously a scope there will add a just a recon scope there. Short recon scope, so it's not going to be unwieldy in close quarter situations. And for this one, we'll be checking on a polarizing lens, and that'll actually silence the weapon, I guess. It's considered silent for perks. It'll probably just be the same loudness for the player, but with that we get all of the ace operator and all of the sneaky perks, which is great. This thing's almost hitting 600 damage with a fire rate of 12, so you know what, it should be pretty good. And it's, of course, it's got a legendary effect, and we'll go ahead and just modify this one for a rapid discharge capacitor there, advanced barrel, and we'll go for, you know, standard sights there. It's going to be a shotgun weapon, so we probably don't need the sights there. So if this is anything to go by, it'll be an explosive weapon. So you know what, explosive automatic heavy weapons, they seem to be good in this game. So we'll take these two into Gunners Plaza and see what we can do. Righto, here we are in Gunners Plaza with our PPC. Very nice looking weapon in first person there. I don't think I mentioned the mag of this thing. It looks like just a downscaled missile launcher 3-barrel thing there, so that's pretty good. I'd like to point out that this thing has little bits of moving parts on it, which makes the weapon feel very much alive, which is great. Now, since this thing is in fact suppressed, it even says it on the weapon thing. If I could just bring that up for a second. See, it even says suppressed, so by that assumption there, we'll be able to get good sneak attack criticals with it, right? Yep, definitely looks like we can. That was a hit for 2400, so that's pretty good. Yep, 4.4 times sneak attack critical, so you know what, I think we're doing pretty well with this weapon, so that's good. Unfortunately, these turrets are going to throw off our aim a little bit by just giving us an immeasurable amount of screen shake, but we can finish them off each in one shot because this thing actually has balls. Watchers of my channel for a while would probably notice that I usually don't like using the heavy weapons in the vanilla game in my videos, simply because for some reason Bethesda made them really bad for some reason. I'm not sure if they were just poorly balanced or considered overpowered in the previous titles, but they just didn't have the kick to them, so there's pretty much no reason to carry them around. So yeah, the weapon balancing in Fallout 4 on a whole hasn't been all that great, I don't think. So yeah. But this mod seems to alleviate that a little bit. We've got a suppressed giant-ass laser cannon for us to use. We might as well move over to our automatic plasma one here. I say plasma because it's got the green little laser bits on it. And as you can tell there, we do get the explosive bits from the receiver. And since we're firing 3 rounds at once, we get thrice the explosives, which is going to be absolutely devastating in the confines of Gunners Plaza, you know, where we can get lots of splash damage off the close walls and group lots of enemies together. but at range this thing would probably suffer a little bit due to just the inherent spread of the thing. But if you can aim down sights, the spread seems to be tight enough to not worry about that anyway. It looks like we're having the same sort of explosions as a plasma grenade has, so that looks pretty sweet there. I don't see a lot of plasma grenade explosions because I usually don't throw grenades. I usually just have them for cap fodder because I generally really forget to use them. But yes, the explosions are nice to see there, and they're on a lesser scale than the big old BFG explosions by a little bit, so it's not overwhelmingly bright or just disorientating in general. So pretty good weapon. This thing is kicking house. What did I say yesterday? Cleaning face and wrecking house? Yeah, I'm gonna say that again ironically. Was it unironically? Okay, so here we are in the Muti Fallon's department store, and it's time to wreck these trash lords down here. So we'll just quickly sneak down here, get our first blow on a sneak attack critical, and we should be able to finish that super mutant just there. We'll throw in a crit to the mix just to give add insult to injury there, and see if we can't follow it up there. Not quite. That gave us a critical animation rather than a kill camera movement. For a moment there I got excited that I'd chain 2 kills in 2 shots, but alas that wasn't the case, and now we're in danger because I decided to sprint for a second, but that's fine. We'll just go ahead and kill this guy, shoot him in the head, do a little bit more damage, or we could just try to hit him in the chest and do better damage. Just stand still, says the super mutant, while I'm crouching still. So technically he was right, I was crouching still, not standing still. Anyways, let's go ahead and, you know what, that's just a basic super mutant. We'll just get him with a chest shot there. Also, I missed the goddamn, I missed the escalators. So, you know what, I guess there is just some things that a Razer gaming mouse can't fix about you. Anyways, we'll just quickly bust open these doors there and kill the warlord using a very inferior heavy weapon there. How's that feel, mate? Oh, so there's a doggo down there. I missed the doggo. I'm going to blame the muzzle flashes on that one because I couldn't see past him. Also, that was right on him. Come on, game. You got to give me those things. Don't worry about that doggo. They're kind of weak because they don't really scale to your level. I think level 42 is the highest they get. So once you get at a certain stage, your sole survivor really shouldn't care about those things because they're just entirely weak and terrible. So obviously we're taking a while to kill these super mutants now because we're in danger, so we'll just go ahead and whip out our explosive one, and that makes a very short work of these tanky bastards. Also like how the little electricity things, the lightning or whatever, the lighting on this weapon maybe is green, and it fires the green projectile. So yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. So we'll just fire some more of these explosive plasma projectiles over there, and that should kill them. I believe the sounds are slowed down alien blaster pistol sounds, but yeah, they definitely sound familiar, but the pitches are a lot lower than what I'm familiar with in the main game. Or it could be a new sound altogether. I haven't got the game all that loud. But you know what? I'm definitely enjoying this weapon. This is a kick-ass weapon indeed. Okay, you join me almost dead here because I accidentally shot the ground whilst I'm using this weapon. So instead of going up and popping myself with a stim pack, we're just going to roll with it. And we're going to crit this Mylark Hunter with all of our damage benefits there. We don't seem to be doing all that well. Okay, maybe we're just not hitting him. That's fine. Although we're in danger, so we should probably be worried about that because he hits kind of hard, like a truck lobster. Also, now we're in nerd rage mode, and does that give us better damage? And it'd be a lot easier to hit this guy if I could actually see where I'm shooting at. So all of the Fallout 4 effects that are happening at once, the explosions, all of the water going off, it's making this a very hard target to find, despite it being a giant ass lobster there. And also, the effects are also ruining my frame rate. I'm not sure if you can see that post recording, because Shadowplay seems to soften out those parts, because it's fairly noticeable when you're getting frame rate when you're using Shadowplay sometimes. But there you go. That was a near-death experience on my part there. The Mylark, crazed Mylark Hunter had nothing to do with it. I just sort of shot the ground for no reason because I was looking at my mouse and I clicked. And yeah, we almost died, but then we didn't. It's all fine. Bridget doesn't seem very happy about it though. Now, a couple of criticisms for this weapon that came to mind whilst downloading and using it is that it really doesn't do a lot that is unique. Obviously in Fallout 4 in the vanilla game, you've got weapons that already have two-handed and fire laser beams like this. So in terms of that, it really doesn't do anything new, anything too unique about it that it makes it really stand out from the pack, rather than just doing higher damage and having slightly different modifications here and there. So I understand why players may want to give this one a miss, because it's not all that original feeling, but whilst using it, I've come to like it a little bit, honestly. The thing is nice and thick, it feels powerful in your hands, the weapon feels pretty strong, and you can really make it do a lot of damage here if you're able to get the explosive bits on it. Also, you can find the ammo in crates and all that too on the synths that hold this thing, so you know what? In terms of adding a threat to the game that isn't just a tanky bullshit, because usually synths go down pretty easily, even the level scaling ones. So yeah, I'm a big supporter of making enemies more deadly rather than just giving them larger health bars for you to deal with. That seems to be better suited for difficulty than Bethesda's way. But yeah, it has its limitations, doesn't do a lot here and there, but all in all, it's a pretty good experience. If you're interested in seeing this weapon in your game, I shall link a description down below. I will recommend this mod. It's been quite a bit of fun to use, and it is lightweight too, since it uses parts from the vanilla game there, so it's not going to be a huge chunk on your hard drive missing if you have this mod around. So you know what, as a lightweight mod, you really can't knock it there. So yep, links will be in the description. Thank you for watching, guys, and also throw the companion of Bridget in there, because yeah, you can totally get her as a companion if you feel like it. Cheers, guys.